Tenestalin. Greetings, brothers and sisters. Pray the Father was keeping you all in peace, prosperity, and understanding. It's your brother Halias is here to share with you all this evening a few things that's on my mind. You know, I always try to put God first and foremost. Not perfect. I do sin from time to time. But for the most part, I try to put God first. There's a lot of things that's going on in this world, in the earth, as we speak. Many of these things that are occurring, it's been going on for a while. It's been written about. You have to be very careful not to be distracted. The system, the beasts, the kings of the earth from the book of Daniel, also from the book of Revelations, we cannot pretend that they're not here. We cannot pretend that we don't understand prophecy, especially those who are students of that prophecy. We know that time is at hand, so there are certain requirements and prerequisites that we must fulfill, so we're not trapped or ensnared in their worldwide web or in their net, so to speak. And those requirements consist of obeying God. Everybody know what his 10 Commandments are. And the 10 Commandments is just not 10 laws. There are laws within those laws within those laws. For example, the 10th commandment and say don't covet anything that's your neighbor's. Society trains us to want what our neighbors have. My neighbor got the new BMW 525. Oh, I gotta cop that. Your neighbor get the brand new limited edition Jordans. I gotta get that. The world makes it like that on purpose because they want us to break the Father's laws. They do not want us to obey God's laws for the simple fact they know that if we obey God's laws, that we will overtake them and we will conquer them by our righteousness. And there is a soldiers that are coming. There is a military that is coming. And I'm not talking about a physical military. I'm talking about a spiritual military that the Father said that they should dash many and they should climb over the walls easily and none should be able to stand in their way. We have to prepare ourselves. Be careful of the intake of everything that these people are showing us and telling us. These people who create these devices, these people who create this world the way it is, do not serve the same God that we serve. Because if that were to matter, in case, they wouldn't take the 10 Commandments out of schools to replace them with guns. See, it's little simple acts like that which can show you the times that we're in and where your leaders are at. And some of you really believe in a democracy. Democracy has never worked. And it will never work. As long as you have money-hungry people who can buy votes, who can blackmail people to get in position to fulfill their agenda, which is not righteous or holy, they don't care about you and I. All they care about us doing is being dumbed down, being foolish, and distracted. But at the same time, they know that we have the power. Yes, there's a power within us that the Almighty Emlock put in us. That when it wakens up, it's like waking up sleeping giants. And they know that time may come. Not may, they know it's going to come. They just don't know when and who. So what are they doing? They're attacking you and I. Our frequencies. Our divine energy. They're using their technology, their Wi-Fi, their satellites in the sky is taking something away from all of us. It's taking some of our essential energy. Our spirit consists of energy. It's not flesh. When we were made in God's image, we got to remember that fire that's in us, and that pineal gland, that third eye in the midst of our brain. The soul houses the spirit at. That comes from God. Man can't make that. Man can emulate, do a heart transplant. But even when they do a heart transplant and they put somebody else's heart in another person's heart, that person still have the same feelings they had before. They don't have the feelings of the person's heart they received. Why? Because it's in here. It's in the pineal gland. When you close these two eyes and that one eye is there, it's the illuminated light. And they're messing with that right now, with their technology. That's why the Lord said, I'm going to take advantage of your inventions. My brothers and sisters, it's time for us to start praying for discernment. If we do not pray for discernment, we cannot understand what is right and what is wrong. This world is so fast-paced and distracted. They don't want you to pay attention to anything. They want you to be entertained. Just like I said before, during the time in Rome when Caesar built the Colosseums to have the gladiators come fight to entertain the people while he still a land and while he go invade other lands. Distraction is a pernicious thing. It's a sin that leads to death. And they want us distracted. These celebrities, these Hollywood fallen stars, even these athletes, as it was in the beginning, so shall it be in the end. It's time for ones to go back to the scriptures to find out what that really means. Because these times are at hand right now. People's souls are at stake. It's really serious. And they know it. That's why these times is moving fast. They can set the clocks forward and they can set the clocks back 1 hour, but they cannot speed up these years in time. God said for the sake of his saints, he would speed up time because he knew that the beast was going to fight them and war against them and even kill some of us. But it's okay because second death shall have no effect. It was written. We do these things out of security, out of faith and hope. And always during fasting time. Always. There's not one time during fasting time that there was peace. There's always something going on. That's why it's imperative that we fast. You have to fast. You can't just pray, you have to fast too, because fasting is one of the first essential ways that you can truly show your commitment to God. And he knows it's authentic. Anybody can give alms. Anybody can give charity. But how many people can give up the pleasures of their flesh for God? How many? I'm not saying I'm perfect. I haven't committed the perfect fast yet, but you dang on right, I'm gonna try until I leave this earth, until I get it right. Because when Father say many are called and few are chosen, it's truth. You're gonna see many people wandering after the whispers of the world, but only a few people hearing the whispers of the Almighty Creator, Igzee, Kristos. Few. Why? Because we live in a disobedient generation. Disobedient generation. Father says, spare the rod, spoil a child. And society say, if you hit the child, you go to jail. Oh, really? Oh, really? Father say usury is a sin. Usury is if somebody borrows something from you and they add interest on it. Everything Father say don't do, they do. And yet and still y'all listen to them more than you listen to the God who made you. The God who hear you when you by yourself and you crying and you're going through your tribulations and your trials. But then once you get back up on a high mountain again, you forget about him. That's why he said it's hard for a rich person to enter into the kingdom of heaven. It's very hard for them because they get comfortable and lax. They don't need anything.